I'm so excited to share with you something called the 3 circles. It's a really cool way to share with your friends or families or people that you just meet on the streets, to share the gospel with them. And so you can talk about this. This is how you start. You say, when you look around the world, you can look on TV or at school, you can see that the world is really broken. You can see this in how we treat each other. You can see this in just the evilness of the world, or how people are sad and hurting. You can see this in how people steal, lie, even kill other people. But the reality is that God did not design the world to be like that. God designed the world to be a place of love and hope with Him. But the problem is that all of us, from the very beginning, have turned from God's design. We've turned, and we call this sin. And so now we're all in this state of brokenness. And none of us wants to be in that state, so we try to do things to get out of it. Some of us just try to be really, really good, to be kind to other people. Some of us do things like drugs and alcohol to make us feel better. Some of us may be in unhealthy relationships, just searching to find hope, to feel better. But what's interesting is we all have these different ways of doing this, and no matter what we do, these things actually act like bungee cords, and it bounces us back into this brokenness. But here's the good news. The good news is that God didn't want us to stay in this state of brokenness. And so He came to the earth as Jesus. He came down, and He died on a cross, and He rose again to fix this, because nothing we could do could get us out of this except for this. And so when we choose to turn away from our sin, when we choose to admit, we sin, when we choose to believe that Jesus came down to the earth, He died on a cross and rose again, and we trust to follow Him, then it's like we're saying that we're making Jesus Lord of our life, making Him our King. And this restores us back into God's design. And it restores us back to the person that God created us to be. So there's only 2 kinds of people in this world. People who are living here and people who are living here. So where are you living? If you're doing this with a friend, you can ask them, where are you living? Some people might say they're in this brokenness, and so you could ask them, well, where do you want to be? Oh, you want to be here. So what's preventing you from getting to this place? What's preventing you? Because all you have to do, remember, is admit that you need Him, that you're in this brokenness, that you're sinning, that you believe He came to the earth, He died on a cross, and He came back to life, right? And then you get to be restored. And all you do is you really just say a prayer. You just say, God, I'm in brokenness, and I want to be here, and I believe that you did this. And then you're there, and you're back in the state of belief. Isn't that cool, you guys? I think it's really a fun way. So my challenge to you is practice this. Practice this together. Do this at home. You can use this on a whiteboard. If you're with a friend, you could use it on a piece of scratch paper. You could do it in the sand. There's all sorts of ways to do this. And I love that there's these pictures. So my challenge to you is go ahead and try it, all right? And we'll see how everyone's doing and see if we can try this together. All right?